Now I'm going to leave your creativity and your flair up to yourselves. If you don't want to slice it, if you want to chunk it, if you want to just serve them whole, that's acceptable and kind of popular this time of year because mushrooms have just come out of season. We've had our first frosts, and if you notice now, in the evenings it's getting really, really cold. We had a bit of clear weather, so the temperature's really dropped, and that means mushrooms are probably done now for us this year. But because they were in season a couple of days ago, you'll find a lot of restaurants will serve them nice and whole, yeah, which is good, but they've got to be cooked all the way through. Or you can serve them chunked into quarters and stuff like that. But I've sliced mine, classic way, sliced. It's up to you. Okay, they're going to go in my little prep tray as well. Got a clove of garlic, hard bit at the end. Then it's easy to peel. Crush it again and then just chop through it. I quite like my garlic nice and chunky, but it's up to you. If you want to make a paste out of it, that's okay as well. Happy with that. I'm going to put that in with the mushrooms because that can cook at the same time. And that's basically my prep done for the chicken chasseur. Yeah, my stock's on, bubbling away. That's already gone nice and yellow, starting to go brown from the onion skin. Got my mushrooms and onions ready to go in. We're going to put some tarragon in this as well. You just pass that, have a smell of it, give it a little squeeze in your fingers, have a smell, pass it around, and tell me what it smells like. I'm going to put some of that into my pan. And you can see there it says olive oil. So all I'm doing is substituting my olive oil for the chicken fat. The only reason that I've been able to do that is because I've saved the bones and roasted the bones off. So I've rendered some of that fat out. Okay? So as it say, in a lidded pan. So I haven't got a lidded pan, I've just got a normal pan. And you guys can use your frying pans, yeah, any kind of pan will work. As long as it's big enough to put all your chicken in. Okay, because then we're going to put it into another dish. We're then going to put it into one of these trays, yeah, these baking tins, and put a lid on it with cling film and tin foil. Oh, I need to get that. You'll be able to get it for heat. So my heat's quite low. Yeah, and if I was using a solid tops like you guys will be doing, I wouldn't have it in the middle of the solid top because that's the hottest part. I'd have it just off one of the edges, yeah? And I'm going to put my skin side down first. So I want that to go crispy and lovely and beautiful, yeah? So in that goes, skin side down. That's a medium heat, yeah? It's not going crazy. And as I put the chicken in, that lowers the temperature in the pan, right? Because the chicken's cold when it was in the fridge.
How many grams are in a house?
That's the flavour of the chicken, and I've got some black pepper as well, yeah? That's not on your recipe. And what reaction is happening in the pan? Yeah, it's going brown, yeah? The amino acids are reacting with the proteins and they're changing their flavour, changing their structure, so they're changing colour. They're giving off a load of volatile molecules. They're the ones that go up your nose and they're the ones that smell good. If you look in my pan, and more importantly the colour, I'm getting the flavour. Okay, that's going to make the difference between a good chasseur and a bad chasseur. Is the amount of flavour that you get in here. That beautiful brownness. But I'm happy with the colour that I've got. And if I had more time, I would give it more time in here. But time's getting away with us, so I'm just going to get them out a bit quicker than I would do. I would suggest if you're doing it, to leave them in a little bit longer. So out my chicken comes, and my pan's got some, just going to pop it in the fridge, yeah, to keep it out of the danger zone. Or into your blast chiller. That's a beautiful chickeny flavour. Okay, I'm having it says on there if you need to get rid of any fat. I've actually got not much fat in here at all, so I'm just adding a little bit more. And now I'm going to put in my vegetables and cook those separately. So I'm now cooking my vegetables in that beautiful chickeniness. I'm adding some salt, so I've got a mushroom in there. Salt brings out the flavour of the mushroom, brings out the water. Oh, can you smell that? Yeah. Ooh. If only we had smelly vision. Okay, I've got my stock now. I'm just going to strain that off. You see the lovely colour in that? Oh, fantastic. Okay, in my pan, my mushrooms have started to cook. They've started to change colour. The bottom of the pan's getting that brownness, is getting even more browner. So I'm going to take some red wine. And I just need a splash. Good splash, that wasn't it? And the acidity of the wine is going to deglaze the pan. It's going to take off that chickeniness that's on the bottom of the pan. I'm using a wooden spoon to scrape the bottom.
Sorry.
I'm smelling the alcohol, yeah? Is it going? Starting to smell fruity now, instead of smelling acidic and that alcohol flavour. That's going. I'm getting some lovely fruitiness, some plums and cherries. Okay, so now I've cooked out my alcohol. And then I add my stock. So now I've got a beautiful rich stock now on the stove, bubbling away.
Charlie, did you put the chicken in the pan?
Yeah. With the mushrooms, the garlic, and the pearl onions. Onto the top of my chicken. And take a bit of tarragon and just run my knife through the tarragon. And a sprinkle of some of that in there. That's not in your recipe, yeah? It tells you to put it on at the end. I'm just putting a bit in now to get those lovely flavours. Oh, it's so beautiful, I love it. Next, I'm putting a lid on my tray, on my tin.
A little bit like what we did with the beef.
Just like what you did, yeah? So cling film over the top. Make sure there's plenty of it on each side and it covers it all up. And it's tucked. If you're not sure, if you think, oh, it might come off, put another layer of cling film on it. Take some tin foil. Shiny side down or shiny side up? Shiny side down, yeah? Reflects more heat. And then I use the edge of the tin foil to cover up the cling film. I've got a perfect seal now. I'm not going to lose any moisture out. It's going to keep it all in there. If you remember, I brought the stock to the boil before I put it on. So now my chicken's hot and the stock's hot around it. I'm now going to put that into the oven. You see it says 160 on the thing now. I've got it on 162. What should I say as well?